Hi all, welcome back. In the last video, we have discussed on the introduction of the demo on CICD pipeline using GitHub, Jenkins, Docker, and Kubernetes on AWS and GCP. So we have discussed already in part one in the last video. So I will move directly to the part two, where we will start the installation of the Kubernetes cluster with manager and node using the command line. So we can do installation in the both server, as I told in the last video, we can do in the both cloud environment like AWS and GCP, but here I will do this demo in the GCP. So what is the agenda for this one? We will create a Kubernetes cluster using the installation. We will do it. And after this, we will test it, testing using some services deploying on this cluster, and we will use that services. So first step for this Kubernetes installation, we need some server, one manager and two nodes, as we discussed earlier. So here, at least one manager is required and two nodes. We can take more nodes and more manager for that, but in this demo, I'm covering only three systems I will take, and I will create a one manager and two nodes for that. And for this installation, I will take Ubuntu operating system, Ubuntu 18 for that, and we will perform this steps, this command for installation of that Kubernetes cluster. So let's create the server on the Google Cloud. So I'm opening the Google Cloud console from here. This is Google Cloud console. Directly we can open it. Actually, it is direct logged in because I've logged in on the same system. So you can see here lots of menus are there. Here we need to create a instance. So we will go here, compute engine, and we will go in the VM instance. So here we need to create the three instances, one for the manager and two for the nodes. So it is here you can see VM instances are there. So we need to just click on the create. And this instance, we need to give the name manager, right? And I will create this in the US center one, this region is okay. And I will select this is an instance type. We can take N2, we can take any one, but I will take N2, 2 CPU and 8 GB memory. And here we can select the operating system for that. You can see here, we can select from here Ubuntu, and Ubuntu by default becoming 16, but I will do all those installation in the 18. And you will use the disk space 10 GB. And here we will allow HTTP traffic and HTTPS traffic in firewall. And just these settings are required for creating the VM. So just creating VM. So VM creation is started for the manager one. So, but we need to create two more VM for nodes, worker nodes, right? So let's create an instant from directly from here. VM instance we can create directly from here. So here I will take VM. I will take node one, right? And same system, it is a 2 CPU, 2 core and 4 GB memory is enough for the nodes, node 1. And the same process, we will just select the Ubuntu from here, 13, select, and same allow traffics, right, and create it. You can see here this manager is already created here, and we got the internal IP, private IP as well as external public IP, both things we got it. So if you want to correct it, we can connect directly from this open in the browser window. You can see here node is also created. So before that, we need to create one more instance for the node 2. So I'm creating here. Node 2. And same E2 series we will use here, 2 CPU and 4 GB RAM. And I'm changing it to Ubuntu. Select. And allowing traffic, farewell traffic, and just click on the create. You can see here it is connecting here, and we have connected to the manager node. This is manager. You can see it is logged in as manager. It is my Google ID. So it is showing it's AKGMT25 Google ID. So I am taking sudo here from this system. So now I'm logging with the root. So firstly, we need to update the all those software which is uploaded into this OS. So just run apt update here. Let's see, let's open the other nodes also. This is the node 1. I'm opening directly in the browser. We can connect to the putty also in other way we can connect it, but I am doing here directly in opening the browser. See, this is the node 2. This is the node 1, right? And this is my manager node, right? We have connected to node 1 also. So we need to take the sudo here. And I'm updating here, apt update, right? This is connected to node 2 also. So I am taking sudo su here and updating all those softwares, apt update. Right, it updated. Okay, now I'm clear it. Node 2. You can see here it is showing node 1 server. This is manager server, and this one is the node 2 server. We have created 3 instances here. Now I'm going to the document. I will show you what we need to do in this PPT. You can see that for creating the Kubernetes cluster, we need to run the below commands in the both master and node machines. So we need to run all those things in this both master and node machines. So here, first step, we will installation of Docker. So we have already done the updated the software. Now we need to install the Docker. For Ubuntu system, we need to install Docker by apt install docker.io-y. So I am just selecting it, and we need to run in the all 3 servers. So I will run it one by one. This is running here and running here. running here. So after installation of this, we can see that Docker version, which version it is installed. So we will check here. This manager, it is installed, Docker is installed, so we can just check version over here. It is showing version, Docker version say here. Now you can run some command over here like Docker images. You can check nothing is there because a new installation is there, right? So same command we need to run on the node 1. We need to check the version is correct or not. This is correct version. And in the node 2 also, this thing. Okay, now we have done that thing. I'm clearing it. Okay. Now we will just start the services of Docker. Now next step is we will enable the Dockers command. Okay. Now we need to run some apt update and apt install for the creating the cluster, and we need to call some command over there. We need to run all those things. So I'm doing one by one to each and every node. Now after that we need to run it. This is a key which we're just checking key things here. Okay, this has been done. Now we need to run gate command. I need to clear it so it will be visible to easy. First one. Okay, now we need to install the kubelet and kubeadm. So first we will just update the software, if any, because we will install the repository, so it will update again. Now install the kubelet and kubeadm and kubectl. That all are the Kubernetes tools. Now we have completed installation, which is common for both master and node machine. Now in the next is next step. We need to only do in the master machine. So for creating the master machine, because at this level we did the same thing for the master as well as node. Now for master machine we need to install NetTool, and after that we need to initialize the KubeADM in it. This is initialize the things, and after that we will get the KubeADM join things where other nodes can join this master machine. So I will show you this thing, and apart from this thing, we need to create a folder and create a config file for that. This is a config file is very important in the Kubernetes, which contains all the information for authorization, authentication things. All those keys we are storing in the config file. So this key, it basically reside in the master machine. So later on in the demo also we will see how to use this config file. So let's start in the master machine. For that, I'm doing, this is the in master machine. This is the manager. I'm just enlarging it. Now I'm installing the net tool. Installed. Now we will check what is the public private IP for that. If config, we can see using the if config. See, it is showing here. This is public private IP, but we can see from here also in the console, Google console, you can see this manager IP is 10.128.0.25, which is same here. We're getting it config, right? So we need to use this file. Let me open one notepad because we need to change this is the IP, and here we need to run the init command using the IP. So I'm just changing this IP address, private IP address from here. Right. Now we will just init run the KubeADM init. This is our manager system. So I am just running this thing here. Before this, I want to tell you something. In this, for running this system, at least our server, master manager server, minimum requirement is 2 core and 4 GB RAM. But we can do into one core system and 1 GB RAM also using this command. I have written over here, ignoring pre-light error num. Ignore the error of the num CPU and start the installation, because for the practice purpose we can do into one core CPU also. So if you are doing in the one core CPU like Amazon free tier, if you are using Amazon free tier, that time Amazon provided a one core CPU or 1 GB RAM free. So you can use this command for KubeADM init, like full command you need to run in the Amazon AWS server, right? But here in the cloud we are using to 2 core and 8 GB RAM, so we don't need to use this one. So I'm using up to here only. But if you're using in the AWS, I have to create in the AWS, because same process we need to follow in the AWS server. In free tier, you can use this one, right? I hope it is clear to you. So I'm running command in the master machine. So it will take some time to pull some information, and it will provide us some key. See, it is completed, it seems. Let's wait for some time. I think it will take 1 or 2 minutes more. Yeah, it's completed. You can see here, it is showing that to start within the cluster, before that you can see your Kubernetes control panel initialized successfully. This message, we got it. And to start your cluster, you need to following the regular users. This 3 command we need to run again. And also here we can get, you can join any number of worker node by running the following on the each as root. So we need to run this command. I'm copying it from the worker node for joining this cluster, right? So I'm copying here, right? You can see here, right? So this command we need to run on the node machine. But before it, I'm just running this command here, and same command I have written over here. You can see here, this 3 commands, the same commands we need to run here in the master machine. See, it is creating the folder for the .q because it's the creation of config file. Okay, we have run that command, 3 command. Now we need to run this command for the node server for joining this cluster. So I'm copying it from here and I'm opening the node 1, right? This is our node 1. I'm running here this command. You can see here, when it will connect it, then we will get the message that it successfully connected. See, this node has joined the cluster. Okay, now it is showing that run this command on the master machine and check whether node is connected or not. But before doing this, I need to run same command on the node 2 so that this node also joins the same cluster. Sorry. See here. So I've run this command in the node 2 also, and it will also join. So it is also join the cluster. You can see here, right? So now we will check this command, and we will see on the manager machine where it is there or not. So what I will do, I will just clear it so it will so nicely look nicely, right? So just I'm running this command kubectl get node. You can see here, this is showing manager, this is not ready, master machine, and this is 2 node. Node 1 and node 2 is joined here, but it's still not ready. So we need to, for running it, we need to run one more command over here. We need to Calico, just run this plugin Calico for that. So I'm running this Calico over here. So I will run this Calico YML file here in the master machine. Oh, sorry, I run this in node 2. Okay, I need to run this on the master machine. Okay, let me run it. This is our master machine. So we need to run over here this Calico. And you can see it run. Now this plugin will generate the IPs for the nodes, ports, and other things also. So let me check again with kubectl get nodes whether our nodes are ready or not. We can see our manager is ready status, but still node 1 and node 2 are not ready. So I think it will take some time for ready. Let me check again. So I'm just clearing it again and checking here. So look, now nodes are ready. So you can see here both are running. Our nodes are running, manager are running. So now cluster is ready for deployment. So we can check here kubeset CTL get ports. We can check ports also. No ports are there. We can see check kubectl get all. It will show details. It will show only one services by default, which is running here for the cluster IP on the master machine. It is running over there like that. It is by default thing. It will always show one services like Kubernetes services running. When we will deploy our services over here, then it will show the 2 items or 3 items, how many services we are deploying, and we will get the pods also. We will get the deployment set, every other things we will get it. So let's test one application here on the this cluster environment. So go to the PPT over here. So we have done up to here this place. Right now we need to do the testing. So what we need, we need to do, we need to take some YML file, service YML file, and we need to run over here, right? So this is my GitHub repository over there. I am showing you over here. This is my GitHub repository. This is my GitHub repository, and this repository we have Kubernetes YML files over here. So here you can see this folder KTS, and here lots of YML files are there as per the details of the Kubernetes, because Kubernetes has multiple properties. So you will get here each and every XML file regarding that things. But for this deployment, we are using here for the K8 services, because we need to create one service. So I will go here in services portion. So you can see here multiple services are there. Actually, services are mainly for the 3 type: cluster IP, load balancer, and node port. So here we will deploy node port, because load balancer is only supported on the cloud cluster. Like I will show you that thing. Like you can see here, like in the GKE, this is a Google Kubernetes Engine, and EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Services. So in this demo, we will deploy the load balancer things here, because it is supported load balancer also, but it is not deployed on the cloud. It is you can say it is deployed on the data center like that. So it is not supported the load balancers URL. But node port URL is also working as a load balancer. So I will show you node port here, and in this demo, I will show you both where load balancer, right? So again, moving to the testing side. In this deployment, we will use, this is the Nginx deployment node port and Nginx service for node port. So I will show you in the YML file what things we are doing here. The Nginx deploy node port.xml YML file. Here you can see this is the some specific format for the Kubernetes, like API, mainly tags are API, kind, metadata, and specification. This is a major 4 portion, and we will return everything under this categories. This is kind is different. This is a kind is deployment, because we are deploying the things, and this is in metadata. This is the name of this deployment. And this is a label, and here is specification where we can define the replicas, how many replica we want for that to deploy. So generally we are taking here 1 replica, And you can see in this specification container, we are using Nginx container name, and we are using the images here, Nginx 1.7.9 directly, right? So, and it will run on the port 80. So we can use our image, custom image here. So we will see in the our demo section where we will use our custom image here, right? So this is a deployment things, and now we need to deployment. After we need to create a service over here. So I will show you service also, service XML. This one, Nginx service noteport.yml file. So again, it is divided into 4 parts like API version, kind, metadata, specification. And same way here we are kind, we are using the services. This is name, and selectors we are using for mapping with the services to the deployment. And you can see here we are using the node port. So I am defining here node port IP directly here, but if you not define here, it will pick any port over there. So here I'm specifying the port number. This it will work. I will show you this node port and this port number of the deployment. So let's start working on that deployment side. So I'm opening that manager, and here you can see we are in the root site. So I am here directly git clone our GitHub repository, this one, right? Directly. Right, because we need the YML file to create the services, right, in deployment set. So here you can see this folder is created, right? So we need to go here under it, create it under this services, right? See, where is there, and ls we will get this there, right? So I'm just clearing it all. You can see here kubectl get all, it is showing only cluster over here, right? Now we need to run YML file. So what is the command for that? Kubectl create -f and name of the YML file. You can see this is the deploy file is there, right? So we can copy it right, directly from here, and it is create deployment name is there, right? Now if you will see here kubectl get all, then we will get here this is deployment set is created, and one replica set is created. Because we have set 1, so it is showing 1 by 1, and desired state is 1, and current state is 1, and ready is 1. Everything is 1 showing. You can see it is also created one part over there, which is one is there and 1. So, but still services is not created over here. So we need to run this second one also, this node4.xml directly I'm copying from here. You can see services name, my services node port created. So if I will see kubectl get all, you can see here it is services created over here. Name is type is node port, and it is showing cluster IP, and you can see this port is showing over here. This is 3111, which is defined in the YML file, which is taking from here. So everything is ready. We have done the deployment of the services for Nginx. So we can directly access the home page using this port number and public IP for that master server, right? So let's go to the console. Here you can see this is the public IP is there. I'm copying it for the master machine and running on the port number 3111 directly. And we will get this is the welcome page for the Nginx. It means our application is running over here. Right? But in the Kubernetes, if any application running on the any node, we can check which node it's running. So I can show you which node our pod is running. So you can check like that kubectl get pod minus o white. Sorry, pods. Now you can see here pods is running our node 2 here. But we can access it directly from the master machine, and also we can access from node 2, and also we can access from the node 1 also. So let's check it. Okay. So here you can see in the node 1 public IP, this one, I am just copying and run it here, and the same port 3111, right? See here. This is showing welcome to Nginx. But our port is running in the node 2, but we can still access with the node 1 as well as the master server. Now let's check on the node 2 server public IP is this one. So let me close it. Okay, I am showing here 311, right? You can see this is, you can see welcome to Nginx. So we have done our so you can see that we can access the application from the both node and the manager side. This is things we have tested with the both side. I have written over here same thing. And now if you can see kubectl get all, we will get everything. So deletion is a different process is there. We can directly delete services from here. I'm telling about the cleanup process. We can directly delete from here. First need to delete the services, and first need to delete the deployment set. Or directly we can delete from the XML file. So let's delete from the XML file first. Then I think service we can delete from the XML file, and this we can delete it directly, right? So kubectl delete service, right? Service name. I am deleting it from the command line, right? See, it is services is deleted. Let me check again. This is get all. See, we don't have any service over here, but still we have a deployment and replica set, right? So we need to deployment. We can delete it by deployment. So let me see what we did. Creation of that. This is service creation. This is the deployment. We have deployed. This is Nginx deployed at noteport.yml. So what I will do, we can delete from YML file using the YML file also. See, this is the deleted. You can see this is a noteport deleted. So what XML will do, it will delete everything. So either we can use the XML command, this one, or we can use directly the name, delete service name like that, right? We can do in both ways. So let's check what's left here. kubectl all. You can see nothing is there, right? We have cleaned up everything, deleted everything, right? So this is the end of this second part, and in the next part we will see how we can create an Kubernetes cluster on the GKE, and how can we deploy application on the Google Kubernetes engine, right? And here we will use the load balancer load balancer service we will use over here, and I will show you in the next video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching it.